Dokkodo Precept 17. Do not fear death for the sake of the way. Here's a question. Do you feel this way right now? If I fail, it's over. If I lose this, I can't go on living. I'm too scared of the risk to take even one step forward. Here's the truth. This fear of loss is exactly what condemns you to a life of quiet desperation. What I'm sharing today is Dokkodo Precept 17, one of the 21 teachings that Miyamoto Musashi wrote 7 days before his death. What will happen to you in these 7 minutes? On Monday morning, you'll be freed from the fear of what if I fail, and take bold action. You'll shift from avoiding risks to taking risks and growing. You'll live life with an offensive mindset rather than a defensive one. In other words, you'll transform from someone controlled by fear to someone who lives beyond fear. This video will be that turning point. More powerful than reading 100 self-help books. I guarantee it. Let's begin. Miyamoto Musashi, Dokkodo, Precept 17. Michi ni oite wa shi wo itowazu omou. In English, do not fear death for the sake of the way. It means, for the sake of your path, your beliefs, advance without fearing even death itself. Now wait a minute. Don't fear death? Isn't that reckless? No, that's not it. What I'm about to share is not feel-good self-help philosophy. This is the life philosophy of a man who fought over 60 death matches and never lost once. Words written 7 days before death. Think about it. When there's a duel tomorrow, what happens if you're thinking, I might die? Your hands shake, your judgment dulls, and you lose. What Musashi teaches is not take death lightly, but look death in the eye and keep walking, fearing death. That's natural, that's human. However, being paralyzed by the fear of death and unable to do what must be done, that's the problem. Musashi thought this way. Death is inevitable. Then, rather than cowering in fear, living fully for what I believe is far better. This isn't a death wish. This is the resolve that dying without doing. What I must do is more terrifying than death itself. Living without a purpose is a slower, more painful death than any duel. In the era Musashi lived, duels were truly life or death. Lose and you die. Make a mistake and you die. So many samurai avoided duels. I might die, so I won't fight. However, Musashi was different. If it's for mastering the way of the sword, I'm willing to die. This resolve made him invincible. Why? Those who don't fear death aren't hindered by fear. Without fear, you can unleash your primal strength. Unleashing your primal strength, you win. Paradoxically, those who accept death are the ones who survive. Why do we fear losing? Because we believe if I lose this, my life is over. Lose my job and it's over. Lose my money and it's over. Lose my reputation and it's over. However, Musashi says, even if you lose, you don't die. Anything other than death can be redone. Lose your job, you can work again. Lose your money, you can earn again. Lose your reputation, you can rebuild again. The only true end is death. Then there's nothing to fear except death. What Musashi teaches is this: don't fear losing. Even if you lose, you can start again. Fear is just a distraction. It's the ultimate wasteful pleasure that prevents you from reaching your true potential. No, Musashi-san. But if I fail, it really is over, right? I understand. I get it. But look carefully. Many people are dominated by the fear of losing and can't challenge anything. Have you had experiences like these? Fear of changing jobs. You hate your current company. However, you're too scared to change jobs. If I fail at a new job, it's over. If my income drops, I can't survive. You've stayed at the same company for years. What happened? Controlled by fear, you're losing life's options. Musashi says, will changing jobs kill you? No. Then don't fear it. Even if you fail at a new job, you can find another. Even if income drops, you can raise it again. You won't die. Then there's nothing to fear. Another example, fear of starting a business. You've always wanted to start a business. However, fear paralyzes you. If I fail, I'll drown in debt. I won't be able to support my family. You've abandoned your dream for years. What happened? Controlled by fear, life is passing without doing what you want. What Musashi teaches is this: what you regret on your deathbed isn't what you did. It's what you didn't do. Elon Musk invested his entire fortune from selling PayPal into SpaceX and Tesla. People around him said, if you fail, you'll be penniless. However, Musk answered, failure won't kill me. But not trying is the same as being dead. In fact, he came close to bankruptcy multiple times. However, he didn't give up. Why? Because his dream of going to space was stronger than his fear of losing money. As a result, he changed the world. One more, fear of judgment. You have a new idea. However, you can't present it. If people laugh, I'll be embarrassed. If I'm criticized, I'll be hurt. You've kept the idea to yourself for years. What happened? Controlled by fear, you're killing your potential. Musashi says, even if you're laughed at, even if you're criticized, you won't die. Then don't fear it. Modern society constantly whispers to you, safety first. Avoid risk. Fear failure. Play defense. Everything provokes. Losing is scary. However, Musashi says don't fear losing. The moment you fear, your life ends. Those controlled by fear live small lives. Only those who transcend fear can live large lives. Which will you choose? Let's clear up common misunderstandings. Question 1. Not fearing death means charging in recklessly? No. Musashi doesn't say be reckless. He says, don't be controlled by fear. Reckless charging in without preparation or calculation. Resolve taking risks after preparation and calculation. Musashi always prepared. However, after preparing, he transcended fear and took risks. This is resolve. Question 2. But people with families can't take risks, right? It seems so at first glance. However, Musashi asks, isn't not taking risks also a risk? Staying at your current company is also a risk. The company might collapse. Not starting a business is also a risk. You might regret it on your deathbed. Doing nothing is also a risk. Then choose which risk to take. Question 3. Not fearing death, isn't that treating life cheaply? No, the complete opposite. Musashi doesn't teach treat life cheaply. He teaches use your life to the fullest. Cowering in fear and dying without doing anything. That is treating life cheaply. So what should you do starting today? Just 3 things. Action 1. Staring down the abyss. Write down specifically the worst outcome of what you fear. Worst case for job change, income halves. Takes 3 months to find new job. Worst case for starting business, 1 million yen debt. Close in 1 year. Then ask yourself, even so, I won't die, right? Many people realize with this question, at worst, I won't die. Then there's nothing to fear. Why is this effective? Vague fear transforms into specific risk. Specific risk can be addressed. Action 2. Challenge small fears. Jumping into a big challenge is difficult. First, challenge small, scary things. Talk to a stranger. Start something new. Express your opinion in public. Small successes reduce fear. Many people realize through this practice, what I feared wasn't such a big deal when I actually did it. Fear was an illusion. It had no substance. Why is this effective? Small successes prove fear was an illusion. Action 3. Use will I regret this on my deathbed as the criterion. When in doubt, ask yourself, if I die tomorrow, will I regret this choice? If you'll regret choosing safety, take the risk. If you'll regret choosing risk, choose safety. Many people realize with this question, what I regret isn't what I did. It's what I didn't do. Why is this effective? Death as an absolute standard makes fear relatively small. To avoid deathbed regret, transcend fear now. How was it? Miyamoto Musashi's Dokkodo, Precept 17. Do not fear death for the sake of the way. From a life controlled by fear to a life lived beyond fear. From I'm scared of failure to not trying is scarier. Experience this transformation yourself. If you found this video even slightly helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Well then, see you in the next video. Thank you very much.